If you hear manifestation and switch off, that's good, because this isn't about that. If you think about business, if you think about leadership, most of us have an idea of what we want to create. We want to build a business. We want to lead and create a team, a dynamic team. We want to achieve certain goals, certain targets. And essentially, what we're doing is we're manifesting that. Manifestation is simply revealing what we're looking for. And so one of the opportunities when you start to understand this is go, how do I build the business I want? How do I lead the team that I want through this lens of manifestation, whatever that might mean to you? And there are 5 keys to building your business, to manifesting. And I'm going to take you through those. So the first is clarity. The second is commitment. The third is consistency. The fourth is curiosity. And the fifth is course correction. And I see this with business owners all the time. Working with business owners and leaders, so many aren't clear about what it is they're actually wanting to build. And you can get caught in your strategy and your tactics and your why and all of those things, which are all useful. Yet if you're not clear, if you're not clear on your intention, then of course it's very difficult to manifest it. And I'm not talking business plans, they're all important. Yet what is it? What is the clarity? What do you want to manifest at the highest level? And so it's a very important part of the puzzle is to really get that crystal clear clarity as to what is it you want to experience. And remember, we do this at a thinking level, we do this at a feeling level, and we do this at an intuitive or a knowing level. So often when I start working with clients, I get them to get clear. Now that doesn't have to be a 5-year goal or a 3-year goal. It could be, yet it could be the next 12 months. It could be the next 3 months. Get clear. We know through, I work with a lot of elite athletes. We know the power of visualization, clarity, really tuning in to what you want to experience. The second thing I notice with a lot of clients is that even if they have a level of clarity, they haven't committed to it. And remember, commitment means I choose to have no more choice. So many are sitting on the fence, maybe this, maybe that. They haven't made a full committed decision. I'm going for it. And most of you would know in your life when you've committed fully to something, everything lines up, your energy's fully in. It doesn't mean there aren't challenges, there aren't bumps on the way, yet you stay true to your commitment. If you're clear and you're committed, you deal with that. The obstacles help you get there. Yet so many sit on the fence and it's exhausting. They're in their head bubble. They're not fully committed to whatever it is in their business, in their leadership. So clarity and commitment. The other big one is consistency. When you're committed, you've got to be consistent. And remember, what we're committing to is not just the vision, but we're also committing to the leader I want to be, I choose to be, the man I choose to be. We've got to upgrade our operating system. How would I think? How would I feel? How would I behave? What would my energetic system be like? And then consistently, am I coming back to that? Have I committed to my daily practice? Am I consistent with my daily reflection? These are the tools of manifestation, of leadership. Again, you listen to any podcast, anybody who's succeeded in experiencing their dreams, these are the fundamental tools. And consistency, again, is that ability to continuously keep showing up. It's not about willpower. What we know is that willpower will only take you so far. It's about the nervous system. If you consistently do your practice, the embodied presence, the regulation, your nervous system settles, It's easier to take the next step towards whatever you're committed to. Yet a lot of people think it's the push, it's the willpower, it's the drive. That'll only get you so far. It's not sustainable. The energy, of action's important, but coming from a regulated nervous system is the key. So if you're consistent, the next thing is to be curious. Remember that what we're doing each day, if we fully show up 110% with an open heart, we've got to be curious. What's life mirroring back to us? Remember, your business isn't a reflection of your strategy. It's a reflection of your state of being. If you're curious about what's going on in your relationships, what's going on in your business, in systemic leadership, you may have a sales issue, but that's the symptom. What's the cause? And be curious about your practice. Be curious about yourself. Notice what shows up for you each day, where you resist life, where you get triggered, where am I in flow? What's the story I'm telling myself? What are my habits? Remember, you are the sum of your habits, and the habits are the sum of the stories you tell yourself. So be curious and start to notice. And then the last one is course correction. Life isn't a straight line. Remember Apollo 11, when it went to the moon, it was never a straight line. We're constantly course correcting. If I'm clear where I want to go and committed and consistent through curiosity, there's going to be course correction. There's going to be opportunity. There's going to be challenges. I see this all the time, when people are committed to fully showing up with an open heart. Again, if we come back to the 5 C's, if you're clear and set your intention and you're committed to that, and the commitment is to fully show up with an open heart each moment, to fully experience life, and you consistently do that, opportunities are going to arise. It could be anywhere. It could be dropping the kids off at school. It could be in the boardroom. It could be a client. What happens is these opportunities start to arrive, and then you're curious and you notice, is the energy up or the energy down? If the energy's up, you follow that energy, course correct, get in your body. The definition of manifestation is to reveal what you're looking for, and it will start to reveal itself. And whilst you may set the intention, you'll be surprised at the relationships that show up, the opportunities that show up, the people that show up. And that's part of the joy, part of the passion. And this is what's going on all the time. As I say, as a business owner and a leader, you are building and manifesting and creating a business. Are you coming from resistance or are you coming from flow? Are you coming from busyness or are you coming from abundance? Are you coming from hustle or are you coming from presence? Because all of those will impact what you're building, what you're manifesting. If this landed for you, go to the link below to check out the True Freedom Plan. This is the map from the Success Mountain to the Freedom Mountain.